Right, good morning everyone. How are we doing today? So right here we have gold here, and as you can see, the formation of this candlestick at the top here looks a little bit close, or it looks very close to what we call evening star, or what the majority of technical analysts call evening stars, especially people that trade candlestick pattern. Okay, and this is a very basic reversal candlestick pattern, basically evening star, meaning that the bullish trend might eventually turn to bearish trend. That's what the evening star means, basically. But that is not where I'm going today. What I actually want to show you is a little bit of that, just a very little of that, and also to see what is actually going on good. You can see this is the 1 hour time, this is the daily time frame. Okay, this is the daily time frame. And what do we have here? We have this very bearish candlesticks followed by this particular one that is still running currently now. Okay, however, the price is staying decisively above resistance. Okay, still this particular resistance area is still keeping the price stable. However, I've been caught out of my trade anyways. I caught out right here. I'm going to show you when we chip the time frame back to 1 hour, which is my entry time frame anyways. So what do we actually, or what can we make out of all of this? It is actually very simple. Okay, this trend line has been broken successfully. All right, the next thing I will look forward to is if I can get a pullback, okay, at least 50% pullback, to start looking for a bearish trend. All right, that's one. Secondly, and this will be something I will be looking forward to on the 1 hour time frame anyways, not on the daily time frame for sure. Okay, on 1 hour or 4 hours, that will be something very impressive to look for. Secondly, okay, another thing that I would really want to see is probably the moving average indicator also showing something like this. Okay, I want to see a crossover of 50 and 200 that will be indicating a bearish trend continuation. All right, so I can take a short trade. And lastly, another thing that could happen is market can come here, okay, and bounce back up. All right, because we know that gold is still very bullish. I just have to put that there. So now let's move forward to our very very relatable time frame, which is 1 hour time frame. So what do we have on 1 hour? As you can see, we had this very big move to the downside yesterday, which was very cool. Okay, it was pretty cool anyways, because there was an area I spotted here. Okay, so give me a minute. Good. So I spotted this resistance area, which has been broken anyway successfully. Okay, it was broken yesterday without any actual pullback. Okay, so this area was broken and successfully destroyed. This is where I entered the trade, and the market came down, ranges again, almost touches. I mean, it broke above my entry yesterday before the market actually did. And the FOMC data, FOMC meeting that came out yesterday, okay, the press conference, the speech, everything also kind of like factor into this. You can check out what they talk about, because personally I've actually not really checked what they talk about. It was late in the yesterday and I was pretty hung up. I just got to sleep. All right, so I woke up this morning to see that my trade has already been closed, which is fine. But what do we have here? We have the 20 and 50 moving average kind of looking weird, so I don't put any attention to that anyways. Okay, but the most important thing is this right here, that's just forming up the 50 period and 200 period moving average. I want to see how these two guys are gonna play out. Okay, don't forget we still have this resistance right here, this key zone. Okay, resistance, support. Now the market is using it as another support. I don't know how this is gonna relate to the market, how this is gonna relate to the price, and I would really love to see how that's gonna play out. If this happens that the market break, if it happens that the market break below this area, okay, we might see the continuation of this bearish momentum. Okay, we might see something like this, and then maybe we now see another move to the upside. That was crazy. Let me try it again. And maybe we now see another move to the upside. You understand? But I don't want to speculate too much, and I just want to move with the price. I want to see how this all how this all play out today, tomorrow, and next week. Okay, but practically, I think we should be able, okay, or let's say technically, okay, I believe we should be able to see at least a 50% pullback or something very close to that. All right, we should be able to see a 50% what, a 50% pullback, maybe a retest of this area before we can start looking for a short trade. Okay, that is what I believe in. That's what I think. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but I really love to see. If I see something like this, that would be something that will give me enough confidence to take on a short trade. And coincidentally, WTI also kind of deep. It actually broke below our range, which I'm going to show you in the next video anyways. Okay, which makes sense because, which kind of conflicted because gold and WTI don't always agree on the same thing. But right now, they both seems to be agreeing on bearish momentum. So that is a little bit, that's a little bit of a conflict when it comes to my intermarket analysis. So I don't know how to lay hands on that, but I think I just have to handle all of this differently. Okay, because another thing I'm doing is I'm buying USD JPY. Okay, imagine. So right here, I'm selling gold, and right there on USD on UJ, I'm buying USD. So so sometimes you just have to relate to each pair based on their momentum, based on their structure. Sometimes intermarket analysis doesn't always factor into price, so you don't end up not picking a very good trade. Okay, so that's why I said what I said about gold and WTI, that they seems to be moving in the same direction. So if possible, the market actually played this out, this whole thing will now look like an head and shoulder pattern, because we have a shoulder here, we have a head, we have a break below the neckline, we have another shoulder. Okay, we might now see something like this. All right, if possible. Okay, if possible, that played out. But it looks like an head and shoulder pattern, and something I really love to see. A classic chart pattern without stress, just a classic reversal chart pattern. That makes sense. So that's something I will be looking forward to. So that is my bearish setup. That's the first bearish setup that I'll be looking forward to. I want to see a break, a pullback to at least 50% right here. Okay, then I'll start looking for an entry, my trigger. Okay, my entry setup. The build up has to happen as well. The fact that the market touched 50% pullback doesn't mean I should take the trade. So that was number one. Okay. Secondly, we might also see a break of this trend line. Okay, you can see this is a bearish trend line right here. We see a break of it, and the break also appears above this area. Excuse me, let me draw that again. And they also break above this area right here. If you see a pullback, I might be looking to take another buy trade, because technically, okay, in an overview, gold is still very bullish. Okay, nobody can say it is not. Okay, because it has broken all the best all-time high we've ever seen. It has been breaking chains. It's like the nearest of the market right now is breaking chain. Trapping every sellers, killing every short sellers in the market. So it's best to just follow the buy momentum right now. I think if you follow buy momentum, nothing could go wrong. But yeah, something went wrong when I took a buy here. So at the same time, you need to be very careful with your buy trade. So that's just it. Anyways, that's just it. Is that I look for buy trade right here? Okay, this one. Is that I look for it, or I just look for a short trade? Okay. So, but it will be best. The determinant of all of this is one, the pullback, okay, to 50% Fibonacci, number one, and then my entry trigger, okay, and then that's for short trade, okay. But for my buy trade, I will look for a break above this key zone right here. Okay, but I can see a break above it, and then followed by this pullback, I will look for buy trade setup. I believe you all see what I'm trying to draw and what I'm trying to play out here. So that is all. I think one of those things will happen today, for sure. Or the market can just continue to go down. It's good. You can do whatever it so feel like doing. But most time gold actually does pull back. It's not like USD JPY or GJ, stuff like that. So most time gold actually pull back, but it will look as if it's not going to pull back, but then it will just pull back. So we just have to be patient for gold to see how it's going to play out. So I'm going to catch you later tomorrow. We'll see how this plays out, and I will update you on what or how the market is doing and what I am doing. So catch you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye bye for now.